Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Rain Report weekend bonus edition. That's right, doing a Sunday edition today on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Cinco de Mayo. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Rain Report. Come check out the Rain Report, the free reports each and every day at atsstats.com. Once you get to the website, look for matchups, go to MLB, click on it, and it's going to take you to the Rain Report Lite version. And today we're going to look at the full premium version because got a lot of system things to share with you guys here today. You know what? Today is a bonus Sunday. I did the handicap this morning, and I want to share with you guys some of the system plays that we have here at the website. And I think once you get into the system plays, you're really going to understand, and you'll probably enjoy some of the reasoning behind those system plays compared to team trends. Again, team trends. As I always say, trends are your friends, but they don't pay the rent, is when it happens for one team. But if you want to get into a system trend, when it happens to any other team that's in exact same situation that team is in, and this way, you know, it's not just one team that got lucky. It's like 30 other teams that got, the system. I wouldn't say lucky because you need a little bit of luck sometimes when you're in sports betting. Hey, but we'll take a look at those system trends. All right, before we get to that, I always like to start off the show with a little SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's take a look at what has come in baseball the last 7 days. And you can see, wow, favorites, 65%, 35% to the underdog. We're in a bearish market for the over. It's been a lot of unders. I've been playing a lot of unders with the systems lately. 59.3% of baseball games last 7 days have gone under. 56.3 on the run line for the underdog. So it's just like the puck line in baseball. If you do the run line stuff, man, you're doing very well with baseball. But look at all the you know what? Could be an underdog day. Look at all these favorites that cashed in the last 5 days. So we'll take a look today, see what any value, any dogs today. All right, NBA. Man, great game yesterday between the Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets. And if you look at the 7-day average, 58.3% of favorites have won straight up. Only covered 48.9%, so bookmaker likes that. Even Steven. 56% of the games have gone under in the NBA. And keep in mind now, low volume games, right? And this is why I don't bet a lot of playoff stuff, because it's just everything is needlepoint, right? Everything is microscopic right now when it comes to the line in NHL and NBA. And 7-day average NHL, 60.7% of the games have gone to the favorites. Nice win last night with the Bruins, and 64.3% of the games have gone under in the National Hockey League. But look at the puck line. 71.4% of the NHL underdogs, plus a puck and a half, have done very well. All right, that's your SBI, your Sports Betting Index. And any streaks to talk about? Let's talk, sometimes overlook these streaks. And one thing we do as sports bettors, we kind of forget their standings, right? Kind of forget people are playing for something because we're so focused on single games, but you got to look at the standings, see who's who in the zoo and who's doing very well. And where's my streaks there? Where's Ron's streaks? There they are. The betting tools, Major League Baseball, and Minnesota Twins. Watch out, 12-game win streak right now. And whoa, there's Oakland, a C-type team at 6 wins. Cincinnati on a 4-game slide, and Seattle's 11-game under streak is continuing here. So always good to look at the streaks once in a while to see what's going on. And we'll get right into the systems. All right, I'm going to show you system play number one. System play number one. Let's go to Colorado, Pittsburgh. Now, the thing about this one here, it was a 4 o'clock game yesterday. And I'll show you what I mean. Anytime you got a home favorite, last 5 years after a non-division game before a non-conference game, coming off of 3 games that went under, and coming off a home win, and they're coming off a night game. See, this is the thing that gets me here. The home team is 17-2, and that belongs to the Pittsburgh Pirates here today. Now, that game yesterday was a 4 o'clock game, but it finished in the evening. So it's coming off a night game. So it's all the way you look at it, right? 4 o'clock's an afternoon game, but it finished around 6:37. That's in the evening. So again, take this system with a grain of salt. But 17-2 for the team, for the home team, and 14-5-0 to the over. So if you like the Pucks Colts, Colorado game today, I got the nice system. 17-2 is pretty good. So Bucks, what's the line on the Bucks here today? You got Bailey Falter going up against Ryan Feltner, and the line's 145. That is system play number one. Let's go to Minnesota. That team on a 12-game win streak. Is it 12? Yeah, 12 games, right? Pretty good streak right there. And we're just going to cue up the baseball pitchers. And today you got Joe Ryan against Cooper Griswold for the Boston Red Sox, minus 165. And, oh yeah, look at this. So here's another thing I'd like to share with you guys. The PVI SOS, parity value, strength of schedule. Now, when I went back and redid the rain report about 10 years ago, and I noticed that parity was huge in sports betting, and in sports in general, right? You got to say to yourself, what kind of tool can you have that really handicaps parity, right? You can put team A versus team B, and if a team A has a 53-point win percentage versus a team B that has 78%, like you need a calculator or some type of tool that gives you an edge on calculating the parity value, right? So I did this about 10 years ago, and you can see, look at this. So when road teams, the Boston Red Sox, when they're on the road, facing another B-type team, a team with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage, they're 3-7 to the under. So these are what I call indicators. I had a question yesterday from one of our clients, saying, you on your show sometimes you talk about one trend and you talk about another. The one thing you got to understand is all these trends and these stats I give you guys, I call these indicators, right? These are indicators, and the more indicators I can string along to one side or total, then I'll pull the trigger on that side or total, and give you guys the play on that side, right? So there's an indicator to the under, and this is an under system here today. Look at this. Anytime you got a 160 to 180 home favorite, last 3 years versus an American League East division opponent, so like the Red Sox before a conference game, and they're coming off a home win, that team is 2-13 to the under. So Boston against Minnesota under the total here today, total 7.5. See, bookmakers are starting to catch up with this stuff, right? So this is what sometimes you got to get on these trends early or these systems early, because the bookmakers, they catch on. Because let's be honest, Joe Ryan, Cooper Griswold, is that really a 7.5 total? That's probably 8.5, right? So yeah, you're probably late to the game on this one. But again, for the purpose of this show, we're giving you guys our top system plays of the day. Now, those are two of our I call these the Rain Report Light version, like the Miller Light. I'm going to go to the premium tip sheet now, and I'm going to go get you guys I got a lot of systems. So if you're a member of ATSstats.com, here's what you want to do. You go to your, I'm going to go to the first system here. I'm going to go to Detroit over. All right, where's Detroit? Playing the Yankees. All right, so what you want to do is once you log in, you say View Now. And then once you get into the next page, and right here at the top, the capsule here gives you like a lot of the information on that game. You know, the forecast, the computer forecast, last 10 straight up, over under, the VI, the value index, the chance of winning the game straight up based on past previous experience from other teams. The Kogo, chance of this one going over the total, 58%. Yankees 4-1 at home against B-type teams. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see two columns, right? So here's the Detroit Tigers. The first column is team record, and the other column is league record, right? Team trend, system trend. And right here are the edges. So anytime you see the check mark on one of the columns, so the first column's for the team trend, the second column is right here. Like, see, you got two columns right here, one here, one there. That's the team trend, that's the system trend. Now, look at this this angle right here. Anytime you got a road team like Detroit, and they're facing an opponent with a 61 to 70 win percentage, the over is 48, 28, and 3. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. There's three teams in this exact situation here today, so keep an eye on these three teams on the total and the over. All right, the first one is Detroit. The second one is San Francisco Giants against, I believe it's Cleveland, and then the LA Angels. The LA Angels, and let's go to the Angel game right here. The Halos playing Cleveland. Okay, Cleveland. And San Fran's playing who again? San Francisco. Philadelphia, that's right. That's your ESPN Sunday night game of the week. All right, so those are your... So here's the Carlos Carrasco against Griffin Canning. Scroll down to the bottom. And then once you see the right here, the system play, any road teams versus an opponent with a 61 to 70 win percentage, only 35 and 44 straight up, but look at the over. 48, 28, and 3, right? And then against Cleveland last 2 years, 10 and 4 at Progressive Park. And then if you scroll down, you see what Cleveland's team trends are, right? And nothing really to write home about. Well, you know what? Coming off a night game, Cleveland is 8-2 to the over, coming off a night game. Again, another indicator to string along. Hopefully it gives you, and then look, Cleveland at home, third game of the series, 3-0. So again, another indicator, but these indicators with the occurrences like this, only 3. I need 10. I need 10 to make it a a consideration. But yeah, 3 is just not enough, right? So those are your 3 system plays of the day. And I'm going to show you another one before we wrap up here. I'm going to go to the Cubbies game. The Cubbies, this is an interesting one. Anytime you got a home team like Chicago with a total of 6.5, only been about 10 6.5 this year, and I'll show you those. I'll show you that in a minute. So scroll down to the bottom, and let's go to the Cubbies. So Cubbies total 6.5. Look at that. Home teams are 8-2 straight up, and you got Javier Assad today going up against Freddie Peralta. There's 2 guys who can really chuck it, right? So yeah, 2-0, 1.97 for Assad to the under. So yeah, so consider the straight up, not under. It's a straight up factor. So home teams total 6.5. The home team is 8-2 straight up. And there's only been 10 of those games this year. In fact, let me show you how you can double check these records. Go to your Super Database, and then once you get to the Super Database, go to MLB. Home teams total 6.5. There's a lot of occurrences, so you're gonna have to be patient. Normally I play music here for my buddies when I was doing the podcast. 6.5 right there. Current season. The survey says 8-2. So here's the teams like Minnesota. You had Lopez against Fedde, Crochet against Ryan, right? Oakland against Miami, Seattle against Arizona, Philly, San Fran. So if you ever want to double check and say, you know what, 8-2, which team were they, right? That's a good way to go double check and verify those records. All right, guys, you know what? Before you go, let's give a bonus edition here. Let's go to the NBA. We got a couple of NBA games here today. And again, if you're not a member of ATS or you enjoyed this channel and you enjoyed these videos, hit that like button. I always like to get some feedback if you guys do enjoy the show. All right, Game 7, Cavaliers Magic. 98-97 final is the computer pick right here. And yeah, you know what? Anytime you get into the playoffs this deep, it's it can go anyway, right? Look at last night Boston-Toronto game. 1-0 overtime. PBI SOS, the Cavaliers at home against B-type teams, 11-4 to the over. Magic don't do well on the road against B-type teams. Look at that, 3-12. Magic are pretty much of a Jekyll and Hyde team. Look at their road record, and look at their, see, this is what I call Jekyll and Hyde teams. They're Jekyll at home, but they hide on the road. 32-12 straight up, but 18-26 on the road. 32-12 at home, 18-26 on the road, and they're only 2-8 in Cleveland. So this, but it's playoffs. Anything can happen. I think the over is maybe where you want to go if you base it on this. But let me see if there's any system that supports this. So what I'm looking for when I go back down here, I'm looking for edges on the second column. I don't want the first column. I want second column. So road teams versus an opponent with a 51-60 win percentage, 2013 this year to the over. And nothing else to report here. Okay, so yeah, maybe the over is where you want to lean in this one. What's the total in this one? 195. Yeah, it's going to be a low-scoring affair. And let's go to NHL. The Rangers Carolina. That's going to be a great series. As you know, I took the Rangers to win the Stanley Cup against Winnipeg, but that didn't happen. Colorado, man, they showed up in the playoffs. All right, obviously value is going to be on the Canes here. Can't believe they're a favorite against the Rangers at home. Rangers coming in on a 6-game win streak. Rangers 7-3 at home against A-type teams. And Carolina doesn't do well against A-type teams. Only 6 games on the road against teams with a 60 or higher win percentage this year. So not a lot of recurrences. And let me see. Rangers are 7-3 straight up in the last 10 against the Canes. I'm going Rangers with game 1. I think that crowd at Madison Square Garden is going to be fired right up. And I'm going to go with the New York Rangers. No system except for this one. Coming off a road win. Home teams coming off a road win as a favorite. 95-53 this year in the NHL. So that's a pretty good system right there. So I'm going to go Rangers in game number 1. And Vegas-Dallas. You guys know I took Vegas to win the series, so obviously I'm not going to jump off that bandwagon. I'm going to go Vegas in Dallas to get the upset. And you know what? They're 7-5 against A-type teams, 9-3 on the puck line. If the puck line's affordable, maybe consider the puck line. But it's probably going to be too chalky. Minus probably going to be like 280 or something like that. I'm going to do a quick look here. See what the puck line's going to be. NHL. Vegas, yeah, minus 212. Not too bad, actually. Minus 212. So, Vegas, look at that. In Dallas, last 10 on the puck line, 10-0. Hey, this is why you watch the show. Hey, that's why we took the damn field, hey, Herm Edwards. Oh no, it was, was it Herm? No, not Herm Edwards. So I think Singletary. No, Denny Green, yeah. Denny Green. All right, let me see here. Now, if you want to crown him, you can crown her ass. Let me see. Yeah, no systems to really talk about. But, yeah, I'm going to go Vegas puck line. Hopefully, Rangers, straight up, Vegas puck line, over in the Cavalier games. And then those system plays I gave you guys today in baseball. Right? So the over in Detroit, St. Louis, LA Angels, Pittsburgh over, and Minnesota under. Those are your 5 system plays today in Major League Baseball. All right, guys. Again, happy Cinco de Mayo. Today is a bonus Sunday. I normally don't do videos on weekends, but you know what? I was feeling good this morning, and I said doing this research. I said I got to share this with the public, see if we can get them some information, and maybe lean them towards a side they were already leaning towards. All right, I'll be back on Monday with another edition of the Raymond Report on a Cash Out Monday. Hopefully, we're cashing out more. And if you do enjoy this show, hit that like button, and we'll see you tomorrow, on the another edition of the Raymond Report. Cheers.